All right, everybody, going live, and that is due to a severe thunderstorm warning that's just been issued for Jackson County. So bear with me, we're going to get the Doppler radar up here, and we will take a look at what we've got. Let me go ahead and get it out dual pan, get it into single. Let's take a look here. Nasty little line of strong to severe storms moving across. Let me get everything situated here. All right, so let me turn some of this down in the background here. All right, so the National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. That'll be for northwestern Jackson County and northeast Alabama, Madison County and north central Alabama, and eastern Limestone County and north central Alabama. That's until 8:30. At 7:47, severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from near Ardmore to near Madison to near Tanner, moving off to the east at 40 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible. Radar indicated expect damage to roof siding and trees. Locations impacted will be Huntsville, Decatur, Madison, Athens, Moores Mill, Redstone Arsenal, Meridianville, Hazel Green, Owens Crossroads, and Ardmore. They're also putting precautionary action in here, preparedness. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Of course, we could have some possible tornadoes there, but we haven't really seen a lot as far as rotation goes. So let's go ahead and get that radar up here. So everything is still to the west of Huntsville. It's not even moved, into our area yet. So yeah, everything is still just to the west. But this will be moving into our area later on. Getting pretty close to moving through Huntsville right now. There's that main line, and there has been some wind damage reports further to the west with this line, as you can see as it came through. Getting some wind damage reports right now. Just now, power lines torn off of poles. It's going to be storm damage just reported by Spotter. Station 28 Skywarn wanted to advise, just got a report of power lines torn off of the power poles. That's going to be just to the southeast of Athens with that line as it just passed through. So still some damaging straight line winds are occurring with this line of storms here. Continuing to watch it move east. It will completely turn into a little squall line, which it's already trying to do. It'll pose a threat of damaging winds as it progresses along and east of I-65. Station 28 clear, 756 monitoring. Okay, anyway. So, still a good ways to go before it gets into our area. But, let's see how far out it actually is. So, it is still around 23 miles to the west, 24 miles to the west of Jackson County. So, but lots of wind damage being reported with that storm system. Let's take a look at the winds, actually, on the velocity scan here. So, yeah, 70 miles per hour Doppler radar showing winds of 70 around Harvest. Station 28 wanted to advise that around Harvest, Doppler radar indicating some 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts possibly around the Harvest area. It's going to move on off to the east. So just a heads up there. Maybe some 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts possible around Harvest. Station 28 standing by for reports. Okay. Busy night ahead, looks like. But good news is this does get out of here. It's not going to be an all-night event. Just a heads up there. But tracking some really nasty storms as they move on off to the east. So if you're in, let's say, Huntsville, you got a few more minutes before this gets there. And keep in mind, you could have some destructive winds with this, up to 60 miles per hour and even 70. Seeing a little bit of hail there around Harvest currently where that wind speed was measured just then. Doppler radar indicated, but this line's continuing to move on off to the east. Is currently approaching Madison, and we've got many storm spotters out here that's giving reports in. So it looks like it's moving into Madison within the next minute or so, progressing on off to the east toward Redstone Arsenal, and then Huntsville will be in line for that. Meridianville areas, big area in this warning, giving plenty of time for everybody to react. So that was a severe thunderstorm warning for northwest Jackson and Madison County in north central Alabama, eastern Limestone in north central Alabama until 8:30. So again, areas impacted by that will be Huntsville, Decatur, Madison, Athens, Moores Mill, Redstone Arsenal, Meridianville, Hazel Green, Owens Crossroads, and Ardmore. So we're going to stay right here on radar, keep tracking. Also, we are connected live with the Weather Service Huntsville.
It's just automatic link up for the net, training net, but it doesn't bother you any.
Yeah, I wasn't too worried. I was pretty sure it was just doing its automation.
Okay, 4 minute K click. 696LALF.
All right, so we're now linked up to the North Alabama National Weather Service Huntsville link. So let's check chat. What is everybody else seeing? If you're in Huntsville or Madison or Redstone Arsenal area, but again, be aware that some destructive winds coming. What are you guys seeing? I want to hear from you. And we're going to look at velocity one more time, make sure there's nothing I missed. And again, I'm not seeing any rotation with these. That's good. Honestly, the rotation and all that, if there was any tornadoes, it would have been further west. But I'm still not ruling out a threat of a tornado along I-65, at least until it gets past Huntsville.
What can we are? Skywarn at control. Just a top 8 hour recap. National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Jackson County, Madison County, eastern Limestone County until 8:30 p.m. At 7:47, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Ardmore to near Madison to near Tanner, moving east at 40 miles per hour. It is here now by Huntsville Airport, so it's here. Locations impacted include Huntsville, Decatur, Madison, Athens, Mooresville, Redstone Arsenal, Meridianville, Hazel Green, Owens Crossroads, and Ardmore. We also have, that one's been canceled. Okay, I'll do that one. That one should have just expired for Limestone County, so we are good there. And then we still have the warning for southern Limestone County, southeastern Colbert, eastern Franklin, Morgan County, and Lawrence until 8:15. That storm has indicated 70 mile per hour wind gusts, and that is confirmed with power outages in Lauderdale County. So we definitely, I think this was part of that storm. That one impacts Decatur, Madison, Athens, Hartselle, Moulton, Priceville, Trinity, Falkville, Phil Campbell, and Town Creek.
All right, so we're listening to the National Weather Service Huntsville link. All that information is directly to Huntsville there. So to answering the questions there, no, the tornado watch is not going to be extended into Jackson, DeKalb, Marshall counties. Tornado threat's pretty much winding down at this point, or it will be as it moves on through Huntsville. There'll be a little squall line develop, which is what it's doing now. Note the wind fields.
The tornado watch until 9 p.m.
So the tornado watch is still in effect to the west.
Morgan, Colbert, Franklin, Lauderdale, and Lawrence counties to include cities of Athens, Coleman, Decatur, Florence, Huntsville, Moulton, Muscle Shoals, Red Bay, Russellville, Sheffield, Town Creek, and Tuscumbia. Okay, I'll forget who you are. Skywarn in control.
All right, so as I was saying, tornado threat will not be extended into our area, so that is good, but we're looking at the primary threat of some damaging straight-line winds, and maybe some hail, too. I'm noting some hail in some of this stuff. Looks like it gets on into our area around 9 o'clock. Of course, it probably is going to be around the 8:30-ish mark when it moves into Jackson County. That's what I'm thinking the next 30 minutes.
Okay, I forget who you are. Skywarn in control.
So if you're in Jackson County, around Paint Rock or Gurley, Woodville, be paying attention.
Along a line extending from near Tullahoma to 8 miles south of Lynchburg to near Hazel Green, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Radar indicated 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Locations impacted include Winchester,
Okay, that's a new
in Fort
warning.
Lake, Sewanee, and Lincoln. Tornado watch remains in effect until 9 p.m. for north central Alabama. And that'll be it. K-Fort Kennedy R. Got one next control.
Hello, Mike. Good to see you on there. Maybe we can meet up sometime and I can give you your shirt. But what we're watching is these two wind fields meeting here, and if any chance of a tornado will pretty much end after these two meet.
Thunderstorm warning for southeastern Colbert County is canceled. Storm has prompted the warning and has moved out of the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. K-Fort Kennedy R. Got one next control.
So I'll show you what I'm watching right now.
Sorry about that. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 8:15 for southeastern Limestone, southeastern Franklin, Morgan, and Lawrence County. At 8:01.
All right, so these two areas here is what we're watching to see if any rotation develops as they collide together. But once they collide together, that will pretty much turn into this one line that'll continue to move on off to the east. That will be what impacts us, will be a little squall line. So that's what this will form into. And any rotation should begin to end once these two collide together. But we'll also watch as they do collide together to see if there's any rotation that develops real suddenly, because if there is, it'll be happening any minute now as these two different areas of shower or of storms move through, and they also collide into one another, which, as you can see, they're starting to do that. It's knocking on its door there, right behind it. That little red line there, and then the red line in front. So there's our two wind fields meeting. That'll be where our tornado threat ends as it does meet together. But if there was to be anything develop right now, it'll be the chance for it to do it. So just watching those two lines collide to see how everything gets along at that point. And I'm going to keep an eye on that storm relative velocity. Hope everybody's having a great night. A bit of something showing up there. My radar's been crashing on and off, guys. I don't know what's going on with it. I think it's going to do it again. So, yep, it crashed again. So give me just a second to get that back up. I don't know what's going on with radar tonight, but everything is messing up. Okay, there we are, back in motion. All right, Mike, sounds good. Yeah, you can meet me tomorrow as far as that goes, but probably next week will be better.
National Weather Service has canceled tornado watch number 642 for the following county.
Okay, watch is being canceled.
Alabama, that would be Colbert, Franklin.
So the threat is ending now. The line's meeting.
Tornado watch number 642 remains valid until 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time this evening for the following areas: in north central Alabama, Coleman, Morgan.
So still watching it. The threat still exists until these completely collide together.
This includes the cities of Athens, Coleman, Decatur, Huntsville, Bolton, and Town Creek. KD4MPW.
So there's our two wind fields meeting together. So definitely could be some 60-mile-an-hour winds with this. I mean, keep in mind that this is a little exaggerated on wind speed. It's not that high. We're beaming pretty far away from Huntsville. Keep that in mind. From the Huntsville high top radar anyway. So that's beaming pretty high up. So that's a little bit more reasonable there. And I'm going to say, yeah, that's probably reasonable, about 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So yeah, if you're in Huntsville, be ready. You got some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, 50 to 60 coming through. Any moment now, if not already. Let me check the reflectivity and see. Yeah, any minute now, some Doppler radar indicating some 50 to 60 mile per hour winds along this line as it moves into Huntsville. So if you're in Huntsville, be ready for that. Of course, Moore's Mill is on top of Hazel Green now. There could also be some hail in there. So don't be surprised if you hear some hail. But yeah, that's approaching Huntsville right now. Progressing on off to the east. Let me give an update. Station 28 Skywarn, all stations with an update here at 8:08. Weather Service has canceled some of the tornado watches that was in effect. Rather, took some counties out of it, but there is still a few counties in effect in that watch. And I was going to try to get that up, but looks like they're not going to load. So sorry about that. But anyway, some of the counties have been removed, but we're still watching Huntsville, New Market, areas of the southwest right now. Some storms moving into Huntsville right now. Doppler radar indicating some 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts as that moves through. Tornado threat pretty much comes to an end as it moves on through Huntsville, as that main wind field has now caught up with the main line and they've collided. So if there was going to be anything developed, it would more than likely have developed now or already developed. So right now we're going to be watching, and looks like the main threat is switching over to damaging straight line winds, which we've definitely seen that. So keep an eye out on that. It's now about to move into Huntsville, and then it'll move on off into western portions of Jackson County. And we're live for that. So Station 28 clear. Any reports, pass them along. It's 8:09. Okay. Well, I mean, we've had severe weather before around, in December, unfortunately. Basically, it's weakening just a bit. I've noticed as the main wind field collided. We've seen a little bit of weakening.
Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 8:30 for northwestern Jackson, Madison, and southeastern Limestone County. At 8:08 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Hazel Green to Huntsville to near Huntsville International Airport, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Radar indicated 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Locations impacted include Huntsville, Madison, Moores Mill, Redstone Arsenal, Meridianville, Hazel Green, Owens Crossroads, Gurley, Woodville, and Triana. A tornado watch remains in effect until 9 p.m. for north central and northwestern Alabama. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small sensor room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. KI4KWR, Scotland next Julie.
Yeah, it is starting to weaken just a little bit, but there'll definitely be that threat of damaging winds with this. So, yeah, still watching these. They're just now colliding. So, you see those two little lines there, what looks like red lines. They're just now colliding together. So after this, again, there they merge. That's going to be it. But I do believe it may speed this line up a bit because the line to the west obviously moving faster than the line in front of it. So this may just speed that thing up a little bit, and I believe it will. But if there was to be any tornado development right now as this meeting, that's where it would be at. And it would be very, very quick. It would be more like a brief spin up, and it would be really quick. You may not even see it on the radar until it already done it. As far as looking around Hazel Green, New Market, Moores Mill area, so it looks like the line has already collided together, so that tornado threat's pretty much ended there. Anywhere from Hazel Green, New Market, Moores Mill, but down around Huntsville, we're still waiting on it to collide together, which it's currently doing, so we're going to watch that. If you're around, looks like Triana, looks like there's a little bit something going on there, but nothing really concerning. There's a little bit of I don't believe that that's anything concerning. So still anywhere east of Decatur, looks like Triana, the line's trying to collide together. Somerville, looks like the line's trying to collide together. Priceville and all that. So we're going to continue to watch. But right now, just looks like damaging straight line winds at this point. Check this out. Got a new update, or radar's updated anyway. Doppler radar, 40 mile an hour, 60, I'm sorry. Let me stop the motion really quick. 63 miles per hour, 66 miles per hour, and 71. So 60 to 70 starting to show up on radar around Huntsville. So that's some pretty stout winds going to be coming through Huntsville. So it wouldn't surprise me at all to see some wind gusts over 60 with this, especially. This thing right here has had a history of producing wind damage. So some high winds in there, upper 60s in there. So wouldn't surprise me a bit, actually producing winds that high. Oh yeah, this is turning into a skinny squall line, just like I thought it would. Station 28 updated 8:13. Just advise everybody, Doppler radar is indicating 68 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts going through Huntsville. It is pretty good off the ground though, so more reasonably about 60. So they are currently weakening a bit.
However, gusty winds are still possible with these thunderstorms. The tornado watch remains in effect until 9 p.m. for north central and northwestern Alabama.
Yeah, straight line wind gusts and some hail is possible in Douglas Boaz. It is possible. Like I said, it's a low threat, but it is possible. So yeah, we are seeing some storms move into the Union Grove area in Marshall County. But yeah, it's a low threat. It's not zero, but it is a low threat as it pushes on through. The main severe weather threat looks to be along that little squall line there, as you can see, and it pretty much goes. We'll try to draw the area out where the main, severe weather threat will more than likely be. Hang on just a second here. It's not doing like I'm wanting to do. So it looks like that line is going to. My goodness, I'll get this right in a minute. Let me watch it just a little bit more. But I'll give you an idea where the primary area is. It looks like the north and northwest portion of Marshall County would have a better threat of seeing damaging winds along the squall line. But still, even south of it, there could be some damaging winds along that because these are two different areas meeting. Keep that in mind. So it looks like the primary threats for any severe weather would be northwest Marshall County, Madison County as it's moving through Huntsville, and then Jackson County, and areas around Sylvania, Henniger, Ider, Shiloh, and DeKalb County. But again, this can change. Keep that in mind. This is supposed to turn into a squall line, so if it does, there would still be a threat of damaging winds. But right now, the highest threat is pretty much right on top or above the line that I just drew. That's as of right now, so little heads up there with that. And it is getting closer to moving into Jackson County.
Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 8:30 for eastern Moore, southeastern Lincoln, and Franklin County. At 8:15 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near.
All right, guys, I have got to grab supper. We're leaving this up. I ain't going nowhere. Just give me a minute. I'll be right back.
40 miles per hour. Radar indicated 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Locations impacted include Winchester, Lynchburg, Deckard, Estelle Springs, Cowan, Huntland, Timms Ford Lake, Sewanee, Lincoln, and Lexi Crossroads. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. The tornado watch remains in effect until 9 p.m. for north central Alabama. KF4KWR.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting some really high wind gusts here. Looks like our highest one's been 13 miles per hour.
Control from National Weather Service has canceled tornado watch.
All right, so tornado threat is in just about in.
In Alabama, this cancels 2 counties, Limestone and Lawrence County. This includes the cities of Athens, Moulton, and Town Creek. Tornado watch 642 remains in effect until 9 p.m. have for the following areas. In Alabama, this watch includes Coleman, Madison, and Morgan. This includes the cities of Coleman, Decatur, and Huntsville. KB4BRG, repeater.
Updates. Looks like our tornado threat slowly winding down.
Will impact Central Marshall.
So we're going to be keeping an eye on those. Stage 28 clear, standing by.
9 p.m. At 8:17, Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from near Redstone Arsenal to near Falkville. Movement was east at 40 miles per hour.
Come on,
Radar
update.
indicated wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Locations impacted include southern Huntsville, Hartselle.
All right, guys, I'm going to switch radar because
Redstone
radar
Arsenal,
I'm on is just being
Owen
crazy
Buckner,
tonight.
Falkville, Grant, Morgan City, and Somerville. These storms may intensify, so be certain to monitor local radio stations and available television stations for additional information and possible warnings from the National Weather Service. As always, the tornado watch remains in effect till 9 p.m.
All right, update as of 8:19, 8:17. Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm along a line extending from near Redstone Arsenal to near Falkville. That's going to be from Marshall County. Wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour possible. That also includes Madison. Locations impacted include southern Huntsville, Hartselle, Guntersville, Arab, Redstone Arsenal, Owens Crossroads, Falkville, Grant, Morgan City, and Somerville. So keep that in mind. There is a special weather statement out for Marshall County, anywhere from Guntersville, Arab, Union Grove, Cherokee Ridge, and Grant. Station 28 standing by at 8:20. So if you're in Jackson County, do get ready for some damaging winds because this line has been packing a punch. So go ahead and get that up. It is about to enter into the western and northwest portions of Jackson County. So get that to disappear. It's literally not showing. Looks like around Pullman Mountain. It'll be entering in there shortly. Larkin, Francisco, Hootman Mountain, Priceston, Holly Tree. I've seen another one there. Where did it go? Bice Mountain. So keep that in mind. Jackson County, western portions. This line's coming into your area now. Damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour look to be possible still.
Station 26, stand by.
Arsenal. Moving east at 40
Okay,
miles per
I
hour.
just
Locations
seen.
impacted include Huntsville,
All right, I'm seeing some
Mooresville,
rotation now.
Redstone Arsenal, Meridianville, Hazel Green,
Let me
Owen
switch to
Crossroads,
correlation or
Woodville, Triana, and Marshall
velocity.
Flight Space Center. Okay, I'm working area R, Sky 1 control.
All right, so I just saw it on my other radar, but I'm not seeing it on this one. That doesn't make sense. So yeah, we did see a little bit of rotation there near Owens Crossroads, actually north of it, toward Gurley and Paint Rock. That's going to be, kind of west of them. So we're still watching it. The main line is still coming together, so keep that in mind. Until it fully comes together, there's going to be some mix in the wind speed there, and it could, quickly pop something up. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on. That was a bright colors that showed up, but they're gone. So I don't believe anything happened. But we are watching this carefully as it's moving on into Jackson County right now. So we're going to watch this carefully here. Because this thing could still do some crazy stuff. The main line, of course, has met up, but still, I ain't ruling out a tornado or two, as the main line is just now coming together. So we'll watch that and see if anything develops. But if you're in Jackson County, western portions around Gurley, that's actually Madison County, sorry, in them areas around Holly Tree, Priceston, Larkin, Francisco, this thing is knocking on your back door. You got just a little while left. There's going to be some hail in there, some very high winds with this, straight line winds more than likely. We'll see if Huntsville goes ahead and extends this out. And I think my other radar is working. I like it better because it's a little bit more in depth than this one. So let me switch radars back. And maybe this one will cooperate. Okay. All right, so let's look at this line here and see what we've got as far as wind speed goes. We've got some embedded 50 to 60 in there. That's what's going to be. That's what's entering Jackson right now. Some embedded 50s. There was some 60s in there too. 58 mile per hour. That's damaging wind gusts entering Jackson County right now. Pretty much along this little line here in the area that I was just speaking about. That's going to be where your damaging winds are at. So these storms here still have a potential of damaging wind gusts. I've definitely seen damaging wind gusts with the radar tool there. So still capable of damaging winds as it's moving in across, of course, into Paint Rock, Woodville. Some damaging winds showing up. Stage 28 Skywarn advising there is some embedded winds up to 60 miles per hour, 50 to 60, still showing up on radar. Entering in around Gurley, Paint Rock, Woodville pretty shortly. Watching the rest of the line, there's still the potential for some isolated damaging wind gusts along the entire line there entering Jackson County. So we'll continue to watch it. Station 28 clear. Any updates or reports, send them along. Yeah, this thing's bowing out a bit toward Paint Rock and Gurley, so some really high winds there. And we've got some hail reports. Half-inch hail, so some pretty good size hail there. Right now, can't really say to go north of Fort Payne because it's still colliding into a main line. So it actually looks like it'll move over us completely. So, and it's west of y'all right now. It's not in our county yet. Yeah, it's really windy here as well. See if I can get my Skycam to come up real quick. So yeah, we've had about 13 mile an hour winds gusting up to 10 right now. Pretty windy outside. Yes, it will come through Scottsboro. That whole line's moving your way. So we're going back up here. And there's our main line colliding together. So let's see. All right, so my concern for a tornado now would be around Gurley. If one was developed, there's a little bit of some rotation showing up. Very weak stuff. It's not organized at all, but I'm just saying that's where the wind fields are meeting at. So around Gurley, that'll be moving toward Paint Rock and Woodville. We're going to watch this little area here, and also around Owens Crossroads. That's where our lines are colliding together. So starting to see just a bit of some rotation. Very weak showing up. And new warning out. Let's go ahead and grab that up. It does include DeKalb County. Sys Station 28, stand by for warning. All right, guys, let me switch over to our repeater because I need to get that up. This is KO4FUN. To all amateur radio operators, be advised that the National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for north central, or actually DeKalb County and northeast Alabama. That'll be until 9:30. Also northern Marshall and Jackson County. Again, until 9:30. At 8:26, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 6 miles northeast of Detcord to near Huntland, to near Gurley, to near Morgan City, moving east at 50 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible. It's KO4FUN standing by. All right, let's go over all this again. Station 28, all stations, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for northern Marshall County, northeast Alabama, Jackson County and northeast Alabama, southeastern Madison County and north central Alabama, DeKalb County and northeastern Alabama, east central Morgan County and north central Alabama, southeastern Lincoln County and middle Tennessee, Franklin County and middle Tennessee until 9:30. At 8:26 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 6 miles northeast of Detcord to near Huntland, to near Gurley, to near Morgan City, moving east at 50 miles per hour. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts possible. Locations impacted to be southern Huntsville, Scottsboro, Fort Payne, Winchester, Guntersville, Rainsville, Bridgeport, Redstone, Arsenal, Detcord, and Henniger. Station 28 clear, standing by for reports. Okay. So still watching this little area here of rotation near Gurley. That's starting to pick up a little bit. So we're watching that little area there near Gurley. So yeah, weak rotation near Gurley with this. Just a little couplet there. Yeah, definitely showing some signs of some rotation with that. All right, it is gone, but still seeing a little bit of rotation with it. It enters into Jackson County. Everything's looking good right through there. All right, so Paint Rock, get ready for some damaging winds. You're already getting them more than likely. Woodville also. Down here in Marshall County, you're under a warning. That's due to this line that I'm just talking about. It would more than likely be north of that area that I drew. Pretty good, I gotta say. So, man, I was a little bit north with it, but pretty good little idea there. Still watching. If there was to be anything developed tornado-wise, it would be somewhere between these two areas here, as we got two different air masses colliding together. So we're still watching that. We have noted some rotation with some, but nothing has touched down, thankfully. And most of the rotation has been weak. So this line is really going to kick it up as this continues to move on through the area. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts possible with that as it moves on through. Let me get it on back to Huntsville here.
703 Skywarn, net up.
Marshall County, also get ready for some potential damaging winds, anywhere from New Hope to Grant. Jackson County, anywhere from Paint Rock, Woodville, Pleasant Grove, Skyline, Francisco, High Top. Get ready. You're next in line for some potential damaging winds. I'll check that velocity again. All right, other than the weak rotation we had, as you can see it here, it just kind of really bright. And it's gone. So far, that is good. And the tornado threat pretty much over with for Jackson County, other than the southwest portion there I'm watching around Paint Rock and Woodville. But it looks like they're colliding together too. So just straight line wind damage with that. Still watching. If you're in Owens Crossroads, New Hope, still watching that line as they're coming together. Could be, watching for a tornado. If any of them's going to develop, right now is when they're going to do it. thankfully everything has not. Thankfully, it's not done that, so that's good. All right, line is now approaching High Top, Skyline, Pleasant Groves, Paint Rock, Woodville. There could still be a low threat of a tornado developing with that squall line even afterwards. But pretty much, yes, everything ends once those two collide together. As you can see, we got an air mass moving from the south to the northeast ahead of that other line that's moving east. So right there is where we're watching for a brief tornado to spin up, because we got two different air masses, two different storm systems meeting, going different directions. So again, you got that one there over Owens Crossroads. It's moving to the east really quick. And then you've got this other air mass, which is currently over Marshall County around Union Grove, Grant, New Hope, moving northeast. And it's colliding with this line to the west. So that's where we got to watch for some rotation. So glad everybody has joined the stream. I do appreciate it. Man, for those that have asked me before, let's see. If you do appreciate what we do, there is a way you can send it and thank us, and that is by Cash App to CWX. Again, no pay at all for this, so I don't get paid at all for this. The sponsors help us keep the pages up and all that. Other than that, we don't get paid for it. So if you'd like to send a thank you, that's the way to do it. Again, you don't have to. Just a little heads up there for those that might want to. All right, so it looks like we are so far so good with the line that's meeting up. Still watching around New Hope and Woodville. But so far, everything's looking okay, other than those damaging winds.
We're in the bulletin, severe weather statement. National Weather Service Office, Huntsville, Alabama. The severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Lincoln County is canceled. The storm, which prompted the warning, have moved out of the warned area, therefore the warning has been canceled. A tornado watch remains in effect until 9 o'clock for north central Alabama. In the bulletin, KD4MPW.
Station 28 with an update. The two air masses have pretty much collided together in Jackson County, and they came into one line. We're still watching the areas around New Hope, as the line has not quite came together with that air mass yet. Woodville, I spell Union Grove, Arab, all them areas we're watching, but nothing so far showing up. Still some damaging winds possible as the line moves east.
Mile-per-hour wind gusts. Locations impacted include southern Huntsville, Scottsboro, Fort Payne, Winchester, Gunnersville, Rainsville, Bridgeport, Deckard, Henninger, and Stevenson. And as Met Control said, the tornado watch remains in effect until 9 p.m. for north central Alabama.
So Doppler radar is indicating a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust near High Top. So that's moving in toward High Top. It was 60, believe me. It's not 60 now, it don't look like. Looks like, oh yeah, it is still 60. So some 60-mile-an-hour winds, a pocket of that going toward High Top right now. We'll move a little further south toward Pleasant Groves, easily some 50, 40, 50-mile-an-hour winds, maybe even 60, moving through Pleasant Groves. Paint Rock, some 50, 50-plus, Woodville area as well. 60-mile-an-hour, still seeing some, embedded 60s in there. So along that line, some very high winds. Also for Marshall County, northwestern portions, I ain't forgot about you guys. Some 40 to 50 mile an hour winds, maybe up to 60 in some spots. So that's continuing to move on off to the east. We're still watching Grant as those two lines have not quite made contact. Also, New Hope, we're watching that, especially since that's looking a little bit odd there. Take a look at it on the... Okay. Yeah, those winds are really picking up with that. I'm starting to see them really blow up there. 47 miles per hour there in New Hope, almost 50. And anywhere between 40 and 60 up here, moving into Jackson County around Skyline, High Top. All right, so good news. Nothing tornado-wise at this moment, so that's good. And it is turning into a little skinny squall line. Just it moves on off to the southeast there. But yeah, it's getting on past the watch area there. Those watches will be canceled momentarily. It's actually starting to weaken a good bit as they're colliding together. So just look at that. Pretty much goes from mean looking and bright to kind of dull. Still going to be posing a threat of some gusty to damaging winds. It looks like it's getting on top of High Top, Pleasant Grove, Skyline, Aspel, already moving east to Paint Rock into the Woodville areas. Marshall County is approaching Grant, Union Grove moving through there. As far as DeKalb County goes, a little shower there near Rainsville. The severe stuff's still off to the west of us. All right, I believe we've dodged pretty much the bullet on tornadoes at this point. Thank you, everybody, for watching. 3,500 without power in Madison County. This just came from Jackson County, EMA. Dad, blame it. I'm not in the chat, so I can't really see what... I mean, I'm not in our main chat there, so I can't really see what's going on there, Brandy. So thanks for bringing that over. 3,500 without power in Madison County as this thing moved on through. And I am not surprised at all. DeKalb County is not under a tornado watch, nor will they be. All right, so there's our little skinny squall line. Continuing to move on through Jackson County and weaken a good bit as expected. Some wind and rain in Ider. It's per Mike Mahoney of Ider Fire Department. So appreciate that, Mike. Pretty much same here. 20 mile an hour gust out of the south-southwest just now. Very windy out. Let's look at the Skycam. Looks like my camera's trying to freeze just a little bit. Pretty windy up there. So we will continue to track this as it moves on off to the east. Pretty much the severe threat is winding down, so that is good news. It is weakening and winding on down. But along that line there could still be some damaging winds, strong to damaging winds, but it's really starting to weaken down a lot as they've met. Those two air masses have met together. It's really weakening it down. So you can just see when they met, the line just pretty much just falls apart. Not a problem, everybody. I appreciate it. Glad I could. Still got some equipment upgrades to do. I'm going to work on doing those when I can. But right now, my goodness, I think I'm just lucky to pay the bills. I think like everybody else. But let's run everybody by what's going on again. There's still a severe thunderstorm warning until 9:30. That's going to be for northern Marshall, Jackson, southeastern Madison, DeKalb, east central Morgan, and Franklin counties. Looks like hazards will be 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. Locations impacted will be southern Huntsville, which is already east of that. Scottsboro, Fort Payne, Winchester, Guntersville, Rainsville, Bridgeport, Deckerd, Henniger, and Stevenson. Of course, it does mention these storms have a history of producing widespread wind damage in Lauderdale and Limestone counties. It looks like we got a report here that I don't even think I've seen that. Got some flooding being reported in Huntsville as well. Trees uprooted. Looks like Storm Spotter reporting trees uprooted at 8:35. So this thing's doing some wind damage, that is for sure. Starting to see it try to pick back up again. I noticed starting to get its color back a little bit, so we'll watch that. It's now moving on top of High Top, Skyline, and starting to see some zigzags in that line there, so I'm going to be watching those too. Let me go ahead and check that out. Make sure nothing's getting crazy, because those little zigzags that I'm watching, see those little arms reaching out, looks like a little finger or something kind of peeking out there. That's what you got to watch. Those little notches in there. While nothing looks concerning at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that anyway, just to be sure. Let's go ahead and get the velocity back up. Okay, hold on. What the heck was that? Yeah, there is a little bit of some rotation going on. It was east of Skyline there. Let me look at that one more time. Come on. Yeah, I'm watching that little area there. It's actually what looks like a little bit of something, but nothing at the moment. We'll watch it carefully.
Yeah, Fort Kennedy on Skyward Control. The severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Madison and central Morgan counties is canceled. The storms which prompted the warning
have watching
areas. Therefore, the warning has
watching a little bit of something show up there east of High Top.
Okay, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:30 p.m. for northern Marshall, Jackson, DeKalb, and southeastern
Okay.
counties. At 8:45 p.m. severe thunderstorms.
So 40 to 50 mile an hour winds there, a little pocket of that. 47 now east of High Top. 55 miles per hour now showing up. All right. We're going to keep an eye on that up there. So still seeing some potential damaging winds with this. It's 50 miles per hour plus with this as it's moving on towards Scottsboro, Hollywood. It's moving over Skyline currently. There is some very high winds with this stuff. Now, let me take a look at something real quick. Alright, so I don't see nothing that's really giving me any signs or hints of anything. Well, actually I did once it moved on past the radar shot there. That was a little bit of weak rotation as it moved over the High Top radar. Alright, so we are strengthening up a little bit as the line's starting to move a little bit east. It is gaining a little bit of strength. Stage 28, Jackson County EMA. Y'all got any reports?
Not yet, but give it a few minutes.
Roger that. Appreciate it. I'll be standing by for any.
One microphone, I'm going to pick up another one. The National Weather Service has canceled Tornado Watch 642.
Okay, so Tornado Watch has been canceled
Alabama
out.
is canceled. Coleman, Madison, and Morgan. This includes the cities of Coleman, Decatur, and Huntsville.
All right, looks like the Tornado Watch was just canceled for Madison County, so that's good. Good news is along this line, I've seen just the slightest little bit of rotation as it went over high top. Very, very, very weak. Right now, though, I don't see any rotation, so that is good. Only thing I see is some really high winds, so hopefully it stays that way.
Hopefully.
But yes, we are in direct communication with Jackson County EMA, by the way. So as soon as anything is seen, they're the first to know. Let me bring this thing back up to reflectivity. And I am still trying to eat that back here, so sorry about that. Yeah, big old windy mess now going toward a spell and Hollywood in Jackson County. All right. Sometimes you see these patterns on the radar after you've been doing radar as long as me. You see these things that catch your eye, and sometimes they're nothing. A good bit of the time it's nothing, but sometimes it's something. So it's worth just taking a minute and looking at it, and just make sure it's not what it looks like. So next in line will be Stevenson, Hollywood area. Stevenson, Hollywood, and Bridgeport. So let's check Marshall County out too. I don't want to leave you guys out. I know I've been focusing a lot on Jackson, and that is because that's mainly where all the damaging winds are at. But we're starting to see a stronger line develop now in Marshall County. Just noting that that's going to be approaching Guntersville. Could be some gusty winds with that. Let's take a look and see just how high they would be. Estimated idea. Again, this tool is not 100% accurate. So it's wanting to say I just wanting to say about 30, 40 miles per hour. And I know that says 60 out ahead of it, but just don't pay that no mind. Okay, what have we got going on here? Here's Scottsboro. Come on, radar, don't freeze now. I really don't need you to do that. Okay, hold on a minute. So we got some rotation possibly near Scottsboro. Station 18 Skywarn, anybody else seeing that area there just to the west of Scottsboro or kind of to the northwest? Looks like there could be some really weak rotation there. Anybody else seeing that? There's the EMA. Station 28 Jackson EMA. Y'all seeing that? Okay, something just come up here. Tornado warning. Tornado warning. Jackson County. Stand by.
Control.
Right there.
Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a tornado warning for central Jackson County.
Evidently, they was listening to me. Let me get the radar up.
Northeastern Alabama.
Stand by, everybody.
At 8:52, severe thunderstorms capable of producing both tornadoes and straight line wind damage were located over Scottsboro, moving east at 45 miles
Right there is
per
where the
hour.
lines are colliding, everybody, and that's what I was talking about.
Line debris will be dangerous to those caught without
All right.
shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged.
Tornado warning now in effect. Take cover if you're in Scottsboro or Hollywood. Looking like there could be a possible tornado trying to develop.
Scottsboro and Hollywood.
Looks like central Jackson County at 9:15, capable of producing both tornadoes and straight line wind damage located over Scottsboro. Looks like they'll be near Scottsboro and Hollywood around 8:55, Pisgah around 9 o'clock, Henniger around 9:05, and Ida around 9:10. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Dutton, Martintown, Rosalie, and Hammondville. If you're under this warning, take cover. Make sure you get to a safe place. And something has happened to my radar again. Oh, goodness gracious. Hang on, everybody. Let me get that back up. I do apologize. It has been crashing all night. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay. Just when I need it up. Okay, so right there, exactly where I was just talking about, tornado signature showing up on Doppler radar. Okay, right there is the area of rotation near Scottsboro and Hollywood. All stations. National Weather Service Huntsville has issued a tornado warning. That's going to be for central Jackson County, northeast Alabama, northeastern DeKalb County, northeast Alabama until 9:15. At 8:52 p.m., severe thunderstorms capable of producing both tornadoes and straight-line wind damage were located over Scottsboro, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Locations impacted, looks like these storms will be near Scottsboro and Hollywood around 8:55, which is right now. Pisgah around 9 o'clock, Henniger around 9:05, and Ida around 9:10. Take cover now, move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building and avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Station 28 clear. We're watching an area of rotation now that's moving over Scottsboro. Looks like it's just south of Hollywood currently, so we're seeing some rotation there. It does look like a tornado may be trying to develop. If it develops, it will be just south of Hollywood or very close to Hollywood. Station 28 standing by for reports. All right, everybody, I got to get over here to our repeater. This is KO4FUN with a bulletin. National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a tornado warning. That'll be for central Jackson County in northeast Alabama and northeastern DeKalb County in northeast Alabama. That'll be until 9:15. At 8:52 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing both tornadoes and straight-line wind damage were located over Scottsboro, moving east at 45 miles per hour. The dangerous storm will be near Scottsboro and Hollywood around 8:55, Pisgah around 9 o'clock, and Henniger around 9:05, Ida around 9:10. This is KO4FUN, standing by. All right, so we're going to hang out on our repeater. That is a really nice signature there. All right, we're going to turn this up. So I did believe I heard a report of power lines sparking. Again, I can't confirm any of that. Yeah, that is a nasty looking storm there. But now you see why I'm constantly switching around here. So, yeah, tornado trying to develop. Again, it's not on the ground, but it is in the air trying to develop. Looks like that is going kind of toward Pisgah. Yeah, so if you're in Pisgah, take your tornado precautions. If you're in Dutton also, you are just to the south of this, so keep that in mind. You're just south of the rotation, but you are still under the tornado warning. If you're in Hollywood, we're also seeing a little bit of area rotation there, but nothing like the one to the south of you. So if you're in Hollywood, you're just north of the rotation. There is a tornado trying to develop. Looks like that's going to be west of Pisgah. So if you're in the town of Pisgah there, or in the city of Pisgah there, take your tornado precautions and get underground. There is a tornado that is trying to develop. That is west of Pisgah, but it is moving off to the east. So if you're in Pisgah, take your tornado precautions. If you're in a mobile home, get out of it. Get to a substantial shelter. Of course, you've got a few minutes to do that. Looking like there is a tornado trying to develop. Cannot confirm it on the ground at this point, so I'm not seeing any debris being lofted, but it is trying to develop. So just a heads up there.
Traffic, if so, please call now. For this net, we're going to be looking for stations to monitor.
All right, so seeing multiple areas of rotation here. Again, if you're in Pisgah, you still need to take your tornado precautions. Make sure that you're in a shelter. Get to a shelter. There's still a tornado trying to develop, so it has not touched down. So I don't know exactly, where it's going to touch down at this point. But I'll just tell you, if you're in Pisgah, by looking at the radar, you need to be in your shelter. So make sure you get in your shelter if you're in Pisgah. Also, the next one in line will be Eider. If you're in Eider, get to your safe place. Go ahead and get there, even if it falls apart. Hopefully it does fall apart and don't do anything. But looking at these rotation tornadic signatures here, go ahead and take your precautions in Eider. Make sure you get to a safe place and you're out of a mobile home. This area of rotation will be moving very close, if not right at Eider. So somewhere between Pisgah and Eider is where this thing's at. So keep that in mind. If you're in Pisgah, take your tornado precautions. There is a tornado trying to develop.
Currently, our primary backup repeater is off the air. Should this repeater become unusable, we will go to our secondary backup frequency, which is this repeater's output, 147.27 megahertz simplex.
So it's not on the ground yet, but it's in the air.
Is there currently any station that would be willing to serve as an alternate net control? If so, please call now.
Under tornado warning, station 46 is alert and standing by.
Roger that. Advise if you're in Eider, if you are near a shelter, go ahead and kind of hang out there. This thing is going toward Eider. If also Pisgah again. If you're in Pisgah, take your tornado precautions in Jackson County and also Eider. This thing gets kind of.
He's talking remotely from New Zealand. Channel 3.970.
Okay, I don't know how that happened, but anyway, station 28 standing by. Somebody definitely talked over net control there.
What was that, Steve?
Yeah, this is station 46. We're at the bottom of the mountain in Sulphur Springs at the bottom of 140 at Eider, so currently assessing the situation, and we are standing by. We're going to be updating you as we come across information.
Please call now. W4G8 repeater DL100.
Roger that. Thanks a lot. Station 28 standing by. Still seeing broad rotation. It has not dropped a tornado yet that I know of. But it is trying.
Yeah, we're currently looking at right now. I don't see any debris fields. I don't see anything on velocity that shows anything other than just broad rotation. But we're all standing by.
Stations is call sign Southern.
Hey, Chris, we got trees down at Skyline. I've got approximately 1,400 people without
Kilo,
power in Jackson
Quebec
County.
4, Victor.
Roger that. Trees down around Skyline. Lots of people out of power. Got that. Thanks a lot, Jackson County. Broad rotation again, moving toward Pisgah. Right toward Pisgah right now. Don't see it on the ground, but it is broad. So we're getting a lot of reports of trees down and power outages due to this area rotation. All right, I am concerned this thing might wrap up. And if it does, it's going to be quick. So I need you guys, if you're in Pisgah, to be in your safe place. Don't wait around. Get to your safe place if you got one. If you don't, get to the lowest floor in your home, away from windows. Make sure that you do that. You definitely need to. So we'll read this out one more time. Tornado warning in effect. That will be until 9:10. So we've got a little bit to go. Dangerous storm will be near Henniger and Pisgah around 9:05. So 1 minute from now, it's going to be near or in Pisgah. It'll be around Eider at 9:10. So make sure you take your tornado precautions. Again, this thing will be quick if it spins up. It'll be very quick, so it may not be seen on radar. Usually it will be, but in cases like this, it could be very quick. And I'm starting to see something that is concerning a bit. It will more than likely be rain wrapped, because I'm starting to notice some of that. You notice that little bit of green right there? That's wind and rain going in different directions, and that wind and rain is very tight right there with that red. A little bit too close for comfort there. So if you're in Pisgah, it's going right at you. Get underground. Just don't wait another minute. Get underground. Don't wait to see or hear it, because you're not going to. It'd be impossible to see or hear it until it's like within 100 feet of you, and then it's too late to get to shelter. So go ahead and do that. Pisgah looks like...
Station 28, is there any way you can scroll down close to Blount County and Marshall County line? Because the wind is picking up here in Horton.
So seeing a little bit of rotation starting to develop east of Langston. Let me get that up. Station 28 advise I do see some weak rotation possibly showing up just to the east of Langston. That'll be moving toward Powell. So another small area there. Again, it's not like the one we're watching in Jackson up toward the Pisgah area, but it is worth watching. So again, another one there trying to develop just to the east of Langston. And I'm looking down where you're at, Brandy. I don't see nothing tornadic at the moment. All right, so we're starting to see it wrap up, it looks like. Be advised, we're starting to see a couplet starting to show up near Pisgah. Possible couplet developing there near Pisgah. Looks like the radar, it may be showing it wrapping up a bit, trying to develop and drop. So those in Pisgah, y'all need to be underground like right this minute. Yep, yeah, there we go.
And so my household will be hunkered down in a moment, but we'll be monitored. Y'all call for we'll be allowed to be Roger.
And this is Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Uniform November. That's KO4FUN. Name's Chris in Crossville. Currently tracking, and looks like it may be trying to develop a tornado on top of Pisgah. So heads up there, and also check me into the net. Back to net control.
Alright, this is net control of 4LG acknowledging Roger and Eider KJ4RA.
10-4, Station 28.
Chris KO4FUN is checked in. Thank you so much.
All right, so I'm starting to see that it's still there. But it's a lot closer than what it was. And it's all right. It's passing. It's like right on top of Pisgah right now. I don't see it on the ground. The next one in line, if you're in Henniger, go ahead and take your tornado precautions if you're in Henniger, because it looks like this thing might be trying to move a little bit south. So if you're in Henniger right now, go ahead and take your tornado precautions. Pretty much, if you're in this tornado warning, you should have already. But just saying, Henniger, go ahead and make sure you're in your safe place. It looks like it's going south of Eider currently. So yeah, it is making more of a southeasterly trend. All right, so yeah, that looks like our main area of rotation currently. That's around Pisgah.
All stations just now be advised there's large power outages apparently around the west. So be weather aware as best you can. We have a little bit of backup power here, but I don't know who all does. I do know that they have some power outages in Jackson County where this storm came from. So do be aware of that.
My radar just went down station 26. What do you show over Pisgah right now? Do we have a debris signature?
No debris signature. It's went off to the east, and it has dramatically weakened by the latest radar scan. There is still just a little bit of a signature there, but not a lot. It's starting to weaken out a good bit. So that is some good news, but we're going to watch it anyway as it moves on off to the east-southeast, going right toward Henniger. So it's now changing direction and going south, kind of south-southeast toward Henniger. So we'll watch that.
Hey, keep an eye on it. That storm's recycling. Pisgah.
Roger. Yeah, I see it. Most definitely, Josh. Sure will. Let me check my chat out. So it looks like I don't have any reports coming in from chat. If you do see anything, let me know. Very important. Pass it along. If you see anything that looks like it's hanging down,
I'll let everybody know when my radar's back up. I was monitoring that Henniger side.
and yeah, if you're in Henniger, you need to take your tornado precautions. Even though it looks like it's weakened a bit, it looks like it's trying to recycle again, and it may try to put down a tornado. So if you're in Henniger, go ahead and make sure you're underground because that's where it's headed. It's now changed directions and going kind of south-southeast. So again, a lot of people asking questions about this. I'll give it again. Tornado warning still in effect until 9:15. We're at 9:11. Henniger and Pisgah looks like it'll be there around 9:05. Of course, it's getting very close to Henniger. Looks like around Eider at 9:10. So that's the main areas we're watching right now is Eider and Henniger. So unless you're in them areas, we're also watching Hammondville. It's further out. It's kind of in between the line there. But that's the two areas of concern right now. It's mainly Henniger and even Eider, but the rotation has weakened a lot. But I still don't trust it, so don't let your guard down. Yeah, there's still some rotation there as it's going toward Eider. I mean, not Eider, but Henniger. Sorry about that. And that's pretty much as those main lines met. As you can see there, that wind field, you can still see where it was split here. Those two wind fields there met together. And that's what gave that the rotation. So it's only probably about a minute or two away from Henniger. So go ahead and take your precautions anyway, just to be safe. We'll look along the line around Albertville. There's nothing. There's some high winds coming through, and pretty much, everything's looking good, unless you are, of course, under that severe thunderstorm warning, which is in effect for Lakeview 5. We'll go ahead and include Geraldine in there, Rainsville, and Sylvania.
You have the slack, right? Come again? I have the what? The Slack chat. They're looking at the possibility National Weather Service and the EMA are watching another location around the Langston area between Langston and Rainsville. Nothing
Station 46, I got my radar back up and going.
Yet, but they're watching it.
Yeah, here's the other area that I was talking about. We're watching another little area of maybe some rotation around anywhere from Langston to Rainsville, but nothing very concerning yet. All right, so it looks like the rotation's weakened a lot toward Henniger, so that's good, but we're going to still watch it. It is about to move into Henniger here any moment. And yeah, this is a classic example why I tell everybody I will, can't rule out a brief tornado. This line actually, had not completely collided together until now. It's actually collided together now, so it's pretty interesting how sometimes these things can do. But yeah, we've got some really close winds here going in different directions, so some really close stuff to watch. I'm noting something near Lakeview there, if that's correct. I'm going to watch that, see if that starts rotating. But yeah, Henniger, y'all get ready for some straight line winds. That's what's coming. So straight line winds, there is still some weak rotation with it. Let me lay this mic down before I end up keying on the repeater and there's a net going on instead of keying up where I need to key up at.
All right, this is 4 LG from the DeKalb County Severe Weather Net. National Weather Service is going to allow the tornado warning.
Right, tornado warning will be expiring since it's weekend on out, so that's good.
The warning has weakened below the severe limit and no longer appears to be capable of producing a tornado at this time. Therefore, that warning has been allowed to expire. However, gusty winds.
So we're still watching for some damaging winds toward Lakeview, Fife, Rainsville, Powell, Sylvania, Henniger, currently moving through there now, and Eider. The tornado warning will be allowed to expire momentarily. But we still got these damaging winds.
Weekend, maybe there won't be no need for anybody to go down there this evening, and maybe the mountain will break it up a little bit. But they are still watching it just to make sure. So just bear with us here for a little bit longer. W4LJ, stand by.
Station 28, all stations, be advised, National Weather Service in Huntsville is expired. The tornado warning that was in effect is no longer in effect due to the rotations weakened on out. Still going to watch the line anywhere from Lakeview northeast to make sure nothing else starts rotating. Station 28 standing by at 9:17.
Station 46, advise, received, tornado warning has expired.
Roger that, 26, thanks. Station 28 to Jackson County EMA. Any more reports for us or anything we need to pass along? And he may be incredibly busy. Since there was damage, he may have actually had to head out. So he may not be with us anymore. All right, he may have had to head out due to that damage. So Station 28, be standing by if anybody's got reports. All right, so it looks like the main line, looks like we're starting to get some of that here in Crossville, and there's another part of that line that's not collided yet, so let me keep an eye on that area as well. All right, so we're getting reports through the fire department of some trees down. That's by Rainsville Fire. I didn't catch a word of where that was at. All right, looking at chat. Sorry, I had to back off. Yes, there is still that severe thunderstorm warning in effect. So we're just monitoring it to make sure that no tornadoes or anything develop.
This is W4LJH with the DeKalb County Severe Weather Net. National Weather Service in Huntsville is continuing with severe thunderstorm warning, and it will remain in effect until at least 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
All right, so we got another 9 minutes. 10 minutes.
At 9:16 p.m. Central Time, severe thunderstorms are located along the line extending from 6 miles north of Trenton to near Ider, near Geraldine.
All right, I'm going to split this up.
Primary hazard is 60 mile an hour wind gust.
So it's going to look a little funny on the screen, everybody. But I need to be able to see both of these at one time, so it's going to be a little funny. Again, if you haven't liked and subscribed to our page, make sure you do. We always cover the severe weather events, usually before many, as you've seen there with that tornado warning. So usually before the warning is issued, I'm already on it. So make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube. Also, our channel, Know the Severe Threat's Not Over With, so don't go away just because I'm saying that. We're still watching it. Looks like it's moving through. It's already moved through Henniger, Ider, Sylvania, and Powell. It's on top of Rainsville right now. Looks like it's approaching Fife, actually moving past Fife and Lakeview. So heads up there. It's going to be pretty windy. Some of those gusts could be 50 to 60. We'll look at them real quick. See what we got along the line here. Yeah, according to radar, there's some 40s in there, some 50s, but still won't rule out a brief damage and wind gust. And I'm noticing a little bit of something right here around Rainsville. I'm going to be watching that around Rainsville very carefully. There's a little something going on with the radar signature there. It looks just a little bit odd. So we will watch that. This little areas like that's how that other one started. Just a little area like that. So yeah, currently moving past over Rainsville. We've got the line. Oh my goodness, another little area here, close to where I'm at, and I sure hope that goes over. But yeah, I'm gonna watch that. My goodness, that is like literally almost right here where I'm at. All right, we're going to look outside at our tower cam real quick. Yeah, some very high winds coming. I can hear them roaring. So let me get our sky cam up. Come on, tower cam. Hurry up and come up. I hear the wind coming, and our tower cam is froze. But those winds are now on top of us right now. Let me get the tower cam loaded right back up again. Come on, hurry up. All right, so there's our tower cam. As you can see, we're getting blasted by those winds here. We've got some 29, 30 mile an hour winds now hitting our tower camera. Our camera is getting blasted. 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts there. Okay, we got a new warning going up. God, don't let that do it. I think it is. Another severe thunderstorm warning just now up. So let me switch radars. This one's being stupid. Wow. That is some very high wind. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this other radar to load up. It's absolutely ridiculous. All right, so let me grab this up really quick. Come on, radar. Pick the worst time to do this. All right, so new warning now in effect for, looks like, DeKalb County. Till 10 o'clock, severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending near Trenton to near Fort Payne to near Crossville, moving east at 40 miles per hour. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts possible. Areas impacted will be Fort Payne, Rainsville, Henniger, Crossville, Sylvania, Fife, Powell, Geraldine, Ider, and Valley Head. Station 28 all stations be advised. Another severe thunderstorm warning in effect for DeKalb County until 10 o'clock. Hazard, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. Areas impacted, Fort Payne, Rainsville, Henniger, Crossville, Sylvania, Fife, Powell, Geraldine, Ider, and Valley Head.
This is W4LJ. Give an update real quick. National Weather Service in Huntsville is extending the severe thunderstorm warning until 10 p.m. this evening. Line of storms extended from up and around Trenton down to the Crossville area inside of our county, moving toward the edge of Sand Mountain. Our power is actually flickering here right on the edge of the mountain.
All right, so let me get my backup up really quick just in case we lose power, which if we do, we will try our best to get back up. But just know there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. If the power does go out, of course, we'll be out of internet too. So it won't do me no good to really hook my backup up to the computer, but I can keep the radio systems up at least. So if you do lose us due to power, just know it's due to these winds coming through. There is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for DeKalb County. Pretty much all of DeKalb County at this point. So let me see if I can get my other radar to work. Okay. All right, so those winds are coming through here at the station currently. All right, next in line is Hammondville and Valley Head. Severe thunderstorm warning. DeKalb County, including them, Valley Head and Hammondville, take your precautions there. Some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Also, Pine Ridge and Fort Payne. Looks like Powell. That's the one near Sandrock. Crossville, Skirham, Geraldine, all of them still under that severe thunderstorm warning. And we are getting lots of reports of wind damage across the area. Albertville, it is east of you. Sorry, I just wanted to see if my Skycam survived that 30-mile-an-hour wind gust. And it looks like it survived it. Is everybody still hearing me okay? Just curious. If you're in Flat Rock and you're in the shelter, so let me go ahead and check that for you. Okay, give me a second.
This is KO4 BTS. See a type of lookout mountain up here with some weather.
Go ahead, Steve. That's 34 LJs.
Yeah, we got some pretty good rain up here and some wind. The wind's not too bad yet, but the rain's coming down pretty good up here. And we're about 4 miles out of Dogtown, between Dogtown and Little River Canyon.
All right, thank you, sir. Be prepared. I think it actually just passed me, to be honest with you. The main part of it got pretty rough on the windows here for a little bit, but it hadn't been doing nothing but raining before that. So you may see some stronger stuff before the night's over with. But thank you for that report. 74 LJ, standing by for any support, any other support. I can speak this evening. Any additional reports of severe weather? Mainly looking for any reports of tornadoes, funnel clouds, wall clouds, pea-sized hail or larger, any rainfall rates in excess of an inch an hour, wind speeds in excess of.
All right, if you're in Jackson County, you're safe to come out of your shelter. Sorry, I had to.
Stand by here for any reports. 74 LJH.
Yeah, we just got a warning through our telephone that we've got 60-mile-an-hour winds heading our direction. So, like the man said, everybody be prepared. This is KO4 VDF.
The reason you don't hear me on the radio reporting the 30-mile-an-hour winds is because technically that's not in the threshold of reporting. They usually want damaging wind gusts, which, of course, if I reported it, it'd be fine. But what's the point, you know?
Station 46 advised severe thunderstorm warning in effect at this moment in time. We're still monitoring.
Roger that. We just had the main line move through here at our station, north of Crossville. 30-mile-an-hour wind gust measured by anemometer as that moved through, so it got pretty windy. Looks like it is still tracking on off toward Fort Payne, Valley Head. Looks like Powell, Collinsville, and then it'll get on out of the county into Georgia and Cherokee County. So we're going to stay on live here until it does exit the county. But right now, no more rotation. That's, been enough to be concerned about, thankfully. Knock on wood. Anyway, I'll shut up. As soon as I say that, something will pop up. But anyway, Stage 28 standing by. Thanks for the report, 26. All right, everybody. So,
Station 28, Chris, you got two big fans here, Elijah and Isaiah. They want to say hi to you.
well, hello. Good to see you here, everybody. Y'all are live on Facebook, too. I don't know if you're watching, but y'all are live on Facebook, too. So good to hear y'all. I appreciate it.
Yeah, these two little boys, they're down here just hanging out with my kids, and they're big fans of us here at the severe weather team. So I just wanted them to say hi, and you say hi back to them, brother. All right, Station 46, stand by.
Well, I appreciate it. Hello back to y'all, and you guys need to go check some storm spotting classes out that'll be coming pretty soon, next year. Yeah. It'll be something y'all need to check out. Stage 28, standing by.
This is 74 LG with the Cobb County Severe Weather Net. It does look like that line of storms is moving on through the county. The radar that I'm looking at looks like it's pretty much hugging the valley right now. We're starting to move up toward Lookout. He's still up there getting close. That being said, is there anybody on the backside that's checked in previously that wishes to check out at this time? If you wish to check out, I would prefer you check out rather than just head to bed on us. So if so, please call now.
All right, so looks like the line is now moving through Fort Payne and Valley Head, Hammondville areas. If you are in Crossville, Geraldine, Lakeview, Fife, Rainsville, Powell, Sylvania, Henniger, Eider, it's past you. It's off to the east. All you're getting is the rain off of it. If you're in Jackson County, you're clear. Your severe threat's over with if you're in Jackson County. So keep that in mind. That severe threat is over. If you're anywhere from Fort Payne, Valley Head, Collinsville, Powell, that's the Powell that's near Sandrock, near Cherokee County. If you're in them areas, Collinsville, Powell, Fort Payne, Valley Head, you still got the line coming through. So hang on just a little bit longer and it'll be on out of here. But there is a ton of power outages and trees down across the county. Also, Marshall County, I know you're probably thinking, man, he has just totally forgot about Marshall County. Like, what's going on? If you're in Marshall County, your severe weather threat's over with. So I'll go ahead and tell you that. I'm sorry. I have been so focused on where this rotation was. I really apologize. But believe me, if there was something in your area, I would be talking about it. If I'm not talking about it, that means you're good. So heads up with that. If you're in Marshall County, other than the winds that are going to be coming in behind this system, you're good to go to bed. So we had 700 people watching. That's the most I've had in a while. So we do appreciate it. Not a problem, everybody. Glad that I could be here. Winds behind the system could gust up 20 to 30 miles per hour behind it. So it's going to be pretty windy behind it. Charles, I'm just glad that tornado warning expired because my heart sank when I saw it turning toward Henniger. I was like, not again. Please, not again. So thankfully it weakened on out, but it literally made a beeline right toward Henniger. If you're in Sandrock, no. The line's still coming your way. So, yeah, those in Cherokee County, around Sandrock, Center, Cedar Bluff, Galesville, y'all have still got it coming for you. So you're not clear yet. After we get it, it's coming your way. So Sandrock, you got another few minutes before it gets to you. In Cherokee County, also Galesville, Cedar Bluff, and Center areas pretty shortly. Sorry about that. I tried to mute, but couldn't mute in time, so sorry about that. Yes, Albertville area is clear. Wow, teacher, you hit a bucket that was flying through the air, so you went to a friend's house. Well, I don't blame you there. I don't blame you a bit. Hopefully it didn't hurt too bad. Yeah, them winds was rough when that line first came through. Absolutely. It started shaking our mobile home here. Collinsville, you'll be getting it right now. Any minute now, you'll be getting that. Of course, Collinsville's not showing up here, but you'll be getting it here any minute now. But prayers for the firemen, because a lot of firemen out in Jackson County. A lot of officers out in Jackson County, so prayers for them because they got to be out cleaning this mess up. And there is a lot of wind damage across the area. So Jackson County, very busy. Believe that our EMA director is more than likely headed out himself to see if he sees any damage and maybe even to help out with some of the cleanup. So just thanks to all of them.
Are there any stations currently with anything to report? W4EG8, repeat, EL1.
You're going on to 53, and there's a pretty good sized tree on 53.
Yeah, lots of trees down in Jackson County.
All right, we'll be standing by if anybody has anything. W4LG.
But yeah, the being able to hear what's going on is gold in situations like this. So hopefully those out there will consider that before they go fully encrypted on everything. You can't hear anything. So if it wasn't for that, us being able to hear what's going on, and also EMA directly, so it's hard to pass along information when you can't get it. So I'm hoping by showing, it's very valuable to have information, that some of them will think about it a little bit more than what they have been. So check my tower cam really quick. I hear a really loud roar outside. Alright, looks like just some really high winds. Okay, nope, it was a neighbor, sorry. Nancy, you are good. It's all to the east of you, other than the rain.
KZ4BK.
Yeah, Chris, that would be bad.
Go ahead, Michael, W4LG.
I know some people that's went through that, unfortunately.
Jacob, go ahead and secure my station for the evening. I will continue to monitor, but I'm going to go ahead and secure it this time. KZ4BK back to the
Alrighty.
All right, thank you, sir, for checking in with us. Appreciate you letting me know you're securing. I've got you down as secure. Simple way at your convenience. Have a good evening. W4LG.
Okay, everybody. So I'm going to be standing by here just another few minutes as it does move out. So it's about to go into Cherokee County. It's in between the DeKalb County, Cherokee area. It's definitely starting to move on out. So
Still in effect till 10 p.m. Located along the line extending from around 10 miles southeast of Outer to around Little River Canyon National Preserve to around Tabor Road, moving southeast at 35 miles an hour. We're at the moment. Still expecting Fort Payne. They have every city in the valley, basically. Valley Head, Hammondsville, Mentone, Crossville, Pine Ridge, Colburn, Dogtown, Little River Canyon, and Lebanon is passed still. W4LG standing by for any additional report.
So yeah, that's the areas.
That's where I'm at. This is stone's throw away from Little River Canyon. I said, looking up at my cameras, there's so much water pouring off some of my roofs, and the wind's blowing so hard, all I see is water on my cameras. All right, this is KO4BDF. I'm on the side monitoring.
All right, so we're still watching this narrow line continue to move out. It's now exiting into Cherokee County, so it is weakening. So y'all in Cherokee County, get ready for some high winds, heavy rain, all that good stuff. I'm still watching it as it exits. So before everybody gets out of here, and looks like a lot of people are getting out of here, so I want to throw this out there before you do. Let me turn all this down. Our videos, of course, are sponsored by Mr. Dylan Snyder at Alabama Living Real Estate for all your real estate needs. You give him a call at 256-979-4330 and check him out on Facebook. Also, RKG Automotive Group, if you're looking for a vehicle for a good price, go check it out. Check them out on Facebook, RKG Automotive Group, and you can give them a call at 256-323-7323. And our last one will be Southern Hospitality Kitchens. If you need kitchen work or bathroom work, countertops, more, give them a call, Southern Hospitality Kitchens. And yes, that is work that they've done in the photos. 256-418-5708. So just want to throw that out there. Thanks our sponsors for helping us keep the page bills paid. Other than that, we don't get paid. So if you would like to send a donation out and say thank you for the coverage, you can do that by Cash App, DeKalbCWX. Thanks again, everybody. So we're going to continue watching this again. We're not going to stop tracking it yet, but I had to throw that out there while there were still people here. That way my sponsors could get out. So, they've got to get something off of this too, as they're helping me pay for the page, and I couldn't do it without them. So this page is not cheap to keep all this going. So thanks so much for our sponsors for allowing us to keep it going. If it wasn't for them, the content would not be free for everybody. So go say thank you, and if you do decide to use them, make sure you say, hey, I saw you guys on DeKalb County Severe Weather Team's live stream. We'd appreciate it. Alrighty. So it looks like Sandrock, you're now getting it. It's definitely coming on off the mountain, going into Georgia, Cherokee County. So if you're in Sandrock, Leesburg, Cedar Bluff, Galesville, Center, no warning on this. It is weak. It has weakened out, and it's just got some strong winds with it. We'll look at that one time, as I know I got viewers from Cherokee County. I keep forgetting that I have viewers in Cherokee County, so get this thing to actually work. So looking at velocity, just strong winds. Everything's really weakened out. It pretty much lost its fuel after it came across the mountain there. You guys, just some strong winds, very heavy rain, and also behind it there's going to be some strong winds too. But it's calmed down a lot behind this. Like, we've only got 6 miles per hour right now out of the west. So we'll hang around just a few more minutes till it does get out of here. That location thing would get on out of here. It's getting on my nerves. But behind this, there is a little bit of light rain going to move through with it. Other than that, I mean, we was very fortunate that a tornado didn't touch down, but man, did those winds really rack up with it. All right, now moving into Cherokee County. Like Sandrock, Powell, getting all that, moving towards Center, Cedar Bluff, and Galesville. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up because pretty much it's moving out of the area and it's not severe warned anymore. So, Heather, we don't have shirts currently. I mean, I do, but I'm waiting on the folks to get back to me to let me know if they still want them, because there's like 4 people that hasn't claimed their shirts yet, and they haven't got back with me. But if they don't get back with me, then I'm going to have to resell them. So send me a message in Messenger. That way I can be reminded if these don't sell, I can let you know.
Appreciate your participation. 74LJ, stand by. W4EGH, repeater, EL100.
No problem, Tommy. Thanks for watching. Let's go ahead, wrap it up here. We thank everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. And make sure you like, follow us, subscribe. Make sure you go in there and set it to receive all notifications, because if you don't, you're not going to get notified very much. Make sure you individually go in there and set all that up to receive all notifications. That way you get notified when we go live. So we do appreciate everybody. Have a great night. And pretty much systems on out here. So have a good night. Stay safe. And we'll see you on the next update. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good weekend. We're out of here. W4LJH is KO4F, you bet.
Go ahead, Chris, W4L.
I didn't know if there was still a net informal session, but I wanted to say that go ahead and check me out. And I'll be clear, thank you for calling the net. It's KO4FUN.
Roger, sir. I still have it up. I've got a warning, but I have you checked out. Thank you, sir, for checking out with me.
All right, good night, everybody. We're officially out of here.
Bye.